Leaking top insider stock trades every day until they stop us. September 29th. We're entering earnings season, so the number of Form 4 filings is going to go down quite a bit as insiders are not allowed to make discretionary buys or sells right before earnings. However, it can make some of the sells and buys more interesting when they happen right before earnings. We'll start with the stock we've looked at a couple times already, which is NextDecade. I won't go through the story again, but basically the stock is way down due to some analyst downgrades, and we just had another $7 million purchase by a 10% owner, bringing us up to $16 million in purchases in the last couple of weeks after the stock's 30% dip. We also found a pretty massive purchase at Marpai Inc., which trades over the counter, but the CEO just bought $950,000 of the stock, and since it's only a $20 million company, that's almost 5% of the entire company. He also bought the stock last September, and in their November earnings report, the stock shot up after earnings. And at Worthington Industries, we just found a director buying $530,000 of the stock for his first ever purchase. His only previous trade was a sale back in April of 2024, and the stock was down over 30% by the end of that year. The director is buying the post-earnings dip as the stock fell due to rising costs leading to lower margins. There are also some tariff concerns that led to rising costs, which also has investors spooked. The director actually has pretty good returns outside of Worthington Industries, making 10 other previous purchases for average returns of 16% in the next 3 months. However, the tariff concerns do make this play a little less interesting. And now to look at some sales real quick, we've got the controller at AutoZone selling $11.9 million of the stock. This is almost 70% of his entire holdings, so it's a massive sale, and AutoZone is looking very expensive historically speaking while their earnings are falling. However, the stock seems to just kind of go up forever, so while it's not a stock I'd be interested in buying, probably a pretty tough short. And the Gap is another one where we've got a director selling $11.5 million of the stock. This director has really good timing historically, averaging 16% 3-month returns. However, the Gap has had some pretty successful marketing campaigns going on right now, so I would be a little concerned about a pretty good earnings report similar to what we saw with American Eagle. Find all the top insider trades at CEOWatcher.com.